Creek, what the City of Austin is doing to improve the Shoal Creek corridor. Affordable housing, the city invests in another affordable housing property. And Zilker Tree, the annual holiday tradition, once again lights up the Austin skyline. Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Leslie Sopko. Those stories and more, but first our top story. A citizen survey conducted earlier this year shows Austin ranked #1 in satisfaction among 13 cities with populations greater than 500,000. This includes Dallas, Fort Worth, San Antonio, Seattle, and Boston. Austin scored high for the city's parks and recreation services, the quality of public safety, and overall customer service. The city's Economic Growth and Redevelopment Services Department recently hosted a clean energy technology delegation from Russia. The group came to Austin because of the city's advanced use of clean energy and green building practices. The Russian delegates were given a tour of Austin Energy's Mueller Energy Center, which is among the most environmentally friendly energy systems in the world. It provides steam heating, chilled water cooling, and power to the Dell Children's Medical Center and other nearby buildings. The group also visited research facilities at the University of Texas, as well as the Austin Technology Incubator.
Immediately when we considered where we would want to go for a clean energy technology delegation, Austin was one of the first cities that we thought of.
What brings me here is a desire to learn from your experience, especially as it relates to green building practices. We're much impressed by your accomplishments, would love to learn from you and, if possible, to replicate some of your accomplishments throughout Russia.
The trip was part of an effort by the Obama administration to increase trade in the energy sector between the United States and Russia. In other energy-related news, the Electric Reliability Council of Texas says there is sufficient electricity to meet the state's demand this winter. That's barring no unexpected generation outages during extreme weather conditions. Austin Energy has some simple winter tips for reducing energy use and lowering your heating costs. Set your thermostat at 68 degrees or lower when possible. Every degree higher will increase your electric bill by at least 3%. Open curtains and blinds to let the sun help heat your home. Keep your fireplace flue closed to prevent heat from going up the chimney. Check your windows and doorways for any gaps and add weather stripping if necessary. And Austin Energy recommends insulating your water heater and pipes for better efficiency. All of these tips can be done for little or no money and produce big energy savings. The City of Austin is making improvements to the Shoal Creek corridor from 15th to 28th Streets, including areas through Peace Park. Channel 6 spoke with civil engineer Morgan Byers, who discussed the scope of the Shoal Creek restoration project.
Shoal Creek is a large, flood-prone watershed. It carries water from north of Highway 183 downstream approximately 10 miles to Lady Bird Lake. Over the years, some sections of the creek bank have become eroded, threatening trees and trails and degrading our water quality.
Well, with watershed protection, we're planning a project to do some restoration on Shoal Creek here, starting up at Shoal Creek Boulevard and extending down just upstream of 15th Street.
The project will also relocate wastewater lines from the creek bed, provide treatment for water quality, and improve the vegetation and trails along the sides of the creek.
I'd say the biggest problem is the general creek erosion. We plan to stabilize about 3,000 feet of creek bank in this area.
Native materials such as limestone boulders and native plants will be used to repair the eroded stream banks.
It'll clean up Shoal Creek and make it a much more beautiful place. In doing that, we are going to protect the streamside corridor. We'll reduce the loss of land that's occurring into the creek.
Stormwater treatment will include green infrastructure techniques such as rain gardens and vegetated filter strips to remove pollution and improve the quality of water flowing into Shoal Creek.
All the water in Shoal Creek starts up at US 183 and makes its way all the way to downtown and ultimately into Lady Bird Lake. So all that pollution can ultimately end up in Lady Bird Lake. So anything we can do to clean that water before it gets there is really a benefit to the community.
The design phase of the project began in July 2011 and is expected to continue through 2012. During this phase, there will be several public meetings where the community can provide feedback on the design.
We plan to begin construction on this project in 2013. Project will last approximately 1 year, and the construction budget is approximately $5 million to do all the work we're proposing.
Portions of Pease Park and the Shoal Creek Hike and Bike Trail may be closed or rerouted during construction.
For more information, visit austintexas.gov/watershed. You can also email Shoal Creek at austintexas.gov or call 895-9599. And now it's time for our Austin City Council update.
The Austin City Council approved guiding principles to be used in evaluating and developing a proposal for a future bond election. Principles include providing adequate infrastructure and facilities to maintain city services, supporting new investments reflecting the vision of the Imagine Austin Comprehensive Plan and related plans, investments in new mobility capacity, including urban rail, promoting a sustainable community and high quality of life, identifying cost-effective projects, and considering the balance of priorities when developing a bond proposal. The Bond Election Advisory Task Force begins its meetings this month, and you'll have opportunities to participate in the bond development process. Many Austin sidewalks and ramps are getting an upgrade. Council approved roughly $6 million in voter-approved bond funds for improvements that help the city comply with the Americans with Disabilities Act in its pedestrian facilities. The repairs will take place in the downtown area and the northeast and southeast sections of Austin. Council set a public hearing to consider amendments to the Neighborhood Housing and Community Development Citizen Participation Plan. City staff is proposing updates that incorporate multimedia strategies to broaden public awareness and public participation in determining community needs and priorities. These priorities are documented in reports to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, or HUD. Those reports include Neighborhood Housing's 5-year consolidated plan and the annual action plan. The public hearing will take place Thursday, December 15th at 4 p.m. during the City Council meeting at Austin City Hall in Council Chambers. And Council authorized a 10-year lease with Austin Travis County Integral Care for a shelter for individuals with special needs who are homeless. The nonprofit group Safe Place originally constructed and maintained the building just over 30 years ago. Safe Haven is a 16-bed co-ed supportive housing facility with round-the-clock care for homeless adults with a serious and persistent mental illness and possibly a substance use or abuse issue. Services at the shelter include case management, assessments, transportation, food, laundry, psychiatric services, and legal services. The program is designed to link homeless individuals to more stable housing in the future. In all, Council considered 139 items at its December 8th meeting. Its next regularly scheduled meeting will be December 15th. For CityView, I'm Larry Schooler.
The City of Austin is committed to providing affordable housing for residents. City leaders earmarked $3 million in affordable housing bonds to the Palms property located at 8600 North Lamar. This leveraged more than $30 million in investments, including $15.4 million in state tax credits. National and local leaders attended the grand opening of the complex, which features almost 480 affordable housing units. Among other things, residents at the complex have access to a learning center, fitness facility, and community room for social gatherings. They also have easy access to transportation, retail services, and jobs.
In 2012, and we anticipate that we'll have another bond election, and if I have anything to say about it, there'll be more money for affordable housing.
This truly takes the term community to a whole new level. And hopefully someday we no longer have to say things like affordable housing. It just becomes a part of what we do in Austin, Texas. It just becomes housing, quality housing, as you see here on this site.
This is also the first affordable housing community in Texas that is completely Wi-Fi accessible. The Parks and Recreation Department is updating its master plan for Auditorium Shores and for Butler Park, both located around the Palmer Events Center. To view the current plan or for more information on this effort, visit the website shown on the screen. 2 open houses will be held in the coming months for residents who would like to share ideas with city officials. You can also provide feedback at any time through the City of Austin's Speak Up Austin site at speakupaustin.com. And finally, the colder weather makes it feel more like the holiday season, and so does that Austin tradition of spinning under the Zilker holiday tree. Channel 6 attended the annual Zilker tree lighting, which had a big turnout even in drizzling rain.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful star, we're happy to
Zilker tree will be lit each evening from 6 p.m. to midnight through December 31st. And that's all for this edition of CityView. I'm your host, Leslie Sopko. Our next episode premieres Friday, December 23rd. Thanks for watching and have a happy holiday season.